Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today I've got another top 10 facts that you probably didn't know about Hypixel Skyblock. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now the number 10 fact is something that you probably know, but still it's good to remind. An AOTD with a dragon pet actually does more damage than a 50 mil Midas. Let's go on the auction house just so I can prove it to you guys. Let's find a dragon pet, and let's go here. It doesn't matter if it's epic, doesn't matter if it's anything. It's just got to be a dragon pet. Let's just go here. Okay, so let's just find level 100. Yeah, buffs aspect of the dragon sword by 50 damage and 30 strength, and it increases all your stats by 10%. So let's just decrease my GUI, or not graphics, GUI scale. So with the dragon pet, it would have around 295 damage without the like buff, assuming it doesn't go to damage. So the strength, the damage would be 295, and the strength would be around something like 210, plus the fabled ability gives you the ability to do up to an extra 20% damage. So I'd say that's a pretty good deal. And also, for anyone who's new to the game, just a little trick. So yeah, let's go on to number 9. So the number 9 fact is actually something that's pretty obscure, unlike the last one. It is that strong dragon armor actually adds damage to the aspect of the end. So if we go search up strong dragon, right? Then you see right there, it improves the aspect of the end by plus 75 damage. And if we go look at the aspect of the end, right here, you can see that it does 100 damage with no hot potato books and 100 strength. So that means it would do around somewhere like 170 damage and 120 strength if you like fully hot potato booked it. And if you gave it fabled, it would do around somewhere like since it's a rare, probably like 150 strength, something like that, and like 40 crit chance or crit damage. So yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good deal. If you're new to the game, it's a pretty good budget weapon, and it's great with strong. So yeah, on to number 8. So the number 8 fact in Hypixel Skyblock that you probably didn't know is that superior dragon armor used to make you deal an extra 5% damage as a whole. So if we look at the ability, you can see that all your stats are increased by 5%. And of course that the ability for the aspect of the dragons deals 50% more damage. So I remember around somewhere like September to November, they removed that, and I didn't have superior at the time, but I was like, wait, that existed? And I mean, it kind of makes sense because, you know, it buffs all your stats and damage is sort of a stat, so kind of weird that they removed that, but it was kind of OP. But yeah, on to number 7. So the number 7 thing that you probably didn't know in Hypixel Skyblock is that the Dungeons update was actually announced all the way back on August 2nd of 2019. So just to give you a perspective, they released Dungeons at around like somewhere like July 27th. So that's nearly a year that they had to spend developing it. And honestly, I think it's kind of worth it. But, you know, that's just my opinion. And on to number 6. So the number 6 fact that you probably didn't know is that there is a bug that caps your rune crafting at level 25. Like, as you can see right there, you can't get to 26 at all. And I mean, I obviously would qualify, but, you know, this is a bug that's been around for like months. I think ever since rune crafting was released. Before, it used to be that you couldn't go to 25, but I guess, you know, they released level 25 runes, so yeah. On to number 5. So the number 5 fact that you didn't know in Hypixel Skyblock is that every time you used to use the aspect of the end, it would add, let's see, 50 speed. And there was a bug that on your island, the speed wouldn't go away. They obviously have fixed that, and now when you use your aspect of the end once, it gives you 50 speed, and then if you use it again, it doesn't give you any speed. So yeah, on to number 4. So the number 4 fact that you probably didn't know about Hypixel Skyblock is that you used to be able to fish up name tags and horse armor. So this dates pretty far back. It was right around like a couple months after Skyblock had been released, actually about a month, they added the fishing update. Now, the fishing update basically removed your ability to do that and gave you all the unique fishing stuff that you have right now. And now name tags are worth a ton. Like if you guys saw Time Dio's video, name tags and horse armor used to be super common, but now they'd probably sell for about 1,000,000 coins each. So yeah, on to number 3. So the number 3 fact that you probably didn't know in Hypixel Skyblock is that Minikloon basically quit working on the Slayer update. You remember in February, they sent out some leaks of a new Slayer update that had, I've discussed this before, but I'll say it again, it created a tier in between tier 3 and tier 4 Slayers. That tier would obviously be called tier 4, and then tier 4s right now would be called tier 5, and then they would have added an extra tier, a tier 6, which would have, like, if it were Revenant, 2 million health, something like that. That was crazy. It was like super OP, but I've heard in a recent video, I believe by Hellcastle and Furry E-Boy, so shout out to them, that Minikloon basically stopped working on it. So, kind of sad, but at the same time, I mean, why grind Slayer when you can do dungeons, you know? On to number 2. So, the number 2 fact that you probably didn't know is that they actually buffed the amount of Slayer XP you get from killing Slayers, or bosses, you know? And it used to be, if I can see here, it used to be, I think, around like 400 Wolf XP that you would get, as an example, for killing a tier 4. Then, now they've buffed it to 500. I believe tier 3 used to give 75 or something like that. It was a change that was needed because, to be honest, for the people who've grinded to Wolf 7 and even higher, I mean, I've grinded to Wolf 7 and it's really hard, so that change was definitely needed. So yeah, and now on to number 1. So the number 1 fact that you guys probably didn't know about Hypixel Skyblock is, of course, its release date, which was June 11th, 2019. I honestly wasn't there for release day. I joined around late July or early August of 2019, just basically like just before the end update was released. So I'm a pretty old Skyblock player, but I'm not like a complete OG. I was there when Skyblock was in 0.6. So yeah, Skyblock's given me, and I bet all of you, a lot of great memories and also some bad, like the one time I dropped my old dragon chestplate when those were worth like a couple million coins. So yeah, that concludes this list. Subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.